Hi everyone and welcome back to Daytime. Now we have an amazing artist in studio. Please help me welcome Shyann and producer Nickname for the launch of this great CD called Into the Ground. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. I love your look.
Thank you very much.
Can you talk about your sound? Because when I was reading your bio and everything that you do, I was very intrigued by it. It's like dark jazz.
It's dark. It's jazz influenced.
Okay.
Everybody that's listened to it has said that it's a mix of so many different genres. Like there's a lot of trip hop element in the production, which Nick can speak to.
Okay.
But then there's also trip hop, like
trip hop. I mean, I'm not an expert on it. It was, it's kind of an electronica, but still very musical style.
Okay.
So there's a bit of a hip hop flavor, but it's also very musical. It's singing instead of rapping.
Okay.
It's I don't know if you're familiar with bands like Portishead.
Y'all say yes.
amazing band.
Yes,
yeah.
is that who you enjoy?
Yeah, one of our influences is Portishead. They've got like a really awesome sound, and you know, half of it's the vocals, but the other half of it is the production. Like I've got like more of a, when I came in, more of a soul jazz sound. And
Was
then,
that your background in terms of learning and study?
Yeah, well, I studied. I went to school actually at Cawthor Park High School. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm an
Yay,
alumni there.
Mississauga,
Yes. So I mean, that's where I developed like the jazz in myself. I actually, when I first started singing, I started by learning. My parents put me in opera classes.
Really?
So that gave me my base. But then I moved into jazz, and after that, I mean, I knew I wanted to start writing. But it's really hard to find your sound when you're looking as an artist. So
is that when you met Nick?
Yep. I mean, like I had been working on a bit of stuff on my own, but when I met him, it was just, and heard his production, like he has the ability to, well, first off, he plays like 100 instruments.
Like 3.
Like
Really? Which one?
He plays
I'm mostly a piano player, but I also play a lot of guitar and bass, and I do
Really?
beat programming and stuff.
Okay. So how do you guys complement one another? Are you more into writing the melodies and the vocals, and then you're really about looking at the whole picture and then dissecting it? How does this?
That's a good way to put it. There's no formula. A lot of this stuff came from experimenting. I'll experiment with the sound or a certain groove, and I'll kind of assert a melody out of her, and we just kind of build from there. It's I was saying it's taken us 3 years to get this record ready because it was very organic. It was very hands-on, and it's got that kind of hip hop production style, but it's also very kind of handcrafted.
Okay.
So a lot of live instrumentation and stuff.
Now,
So,
is it very anecdotal? Because I was looking at a few of the songs, like "Who Are You?" What's that about?
Who are you? Well, let's just say, like, when I was writing the lyrics, or when we were writing this, crafting this album together, you know, a lot of the lyrics came from where I was at that time. And I know when I wrote Who Are You, I was literally trying to figure out, who am I? Like, what am I doing? What's my path, right? So it was definitely a period and point in time where I was questioning everything, questioning, you know, why do you have to do things the way that they're crafted and handed to you? Why don't you do it your own way?
Is that how, Nick, you bring that out in her? If she doesn't want to go the distance, you kind of force her to explore that?
I would say musically more than lyrically. The lyrics are very much her end of the table.
Okay. So what are you going to be performing for us in just a little bit?
We're going to be doing the title track, actually, Into the Ground.
To the Ground.
To the ground.
We're going to do like an acoustic version, which sounds nothing like the record. So.
But that's okay. Another
Yeah, it
reason to
should be
get
cool.
the
Another
record,
reason
right?
to get it. Yep, yep.
Okay, so after this quick break, Shyann and Nick will be performing Into the Ground. It's going to be spectacular. So coming back.